Preposition above meaning higher than something. For example, the clock is above the door. About meaning relating to. For example, they were talking about the new restaurant. Across, meaning from one side to the other. For example, he run across the road. After, meaning later than, for example, let's meet after lunch. Against, meaning in contact with or in opposition to, for example, he leaned against the wall. Along, meaning in a line with. For example, they walked along the beach. Among, meaning in the middle of, more than two. For example, she was among her friends. Around, meaning surrounding or nearby. For example, we walk around the park. At, meaning specific time or place. For example, he is at the door. Before, meaning earlier than. For example, wash your hand before eating. Behind, meaning at the back of. For example, the car is behind the truck. Below, meaning lower than. For example, the temperature is below freezing. Beneath, meaning directly under. For example, the shoes are beneath the bed. Beside, meaning next to. For example, he sat beside the sofa. Between, meaning in the space or separating two things. For example, the table is between the chairs. Beyond, meaning farther than or outside of. For example, his house is beyond the hill. By, meaning near or done by someone. For example, the book was written by him. Despite, meaning even though. For example, despite the rain we played. Down, meaning from higher to lower. For example, he walked down the stairs. During, meaning in the time of. For example, it rained during lunch. Except, meaning not including. For example, everyone came except him. For, meaning intended to belong to or be used by. For example, this gift for you. From, meaning starting point. For example, he came from school. In, meaning inside. For example, the phone is in the bag. Inside, meaning on the inner side. For example, the keys are inside the drawer. Thanks for watching. Follow to learn more.